In a world painted with the vibrant hues of a child's wildest imagination, where the laws of physics are merely a suggestion, there exists a challenge unlike any other. It's a test of courage, a trial of transformation, a cosmic game of chance played out on the slopes of the great slide of becoming. Our first contestant, a plucky raccoon with eyes wide with a mixture of terror and unyielding determination, stands at the precipice. He looks up, the slide spiraling into a sky of cotton candy clouds and lemon drop suns. This isn't just a playground attraction, it's a crucible. Every descent promises a metamorphosis, a chance to shed one's skin and emerge as something entirely new, something more. The air crackles with latent energy, a silent hum of potential that promises greatness or perhaps something utterly bizarre. The moment of truth arrives not with a heroic leap, but with a comical, heart-stopping slip. A single, furry toe loses its grip on the impossibly slick surface. Time seems to stretch and warp. We see the world from the raccoon's perspective, the frantic flapping of his signature bandana, a desperate attempt to find purchase, to regain control. His eyes, once filled with hopeful ambition, now bulge in a perfect cartoon expression of, uh-oh. It's that universal moment of realization when a plan goes completely sideways, the point of no return. He is committed now, not by choice, but by the simple, undeniable force of gravity, which in this universe has a particularly mischievous sense of humor. The journey has begun. And what a journey it is! He becomes a furry cannonball, a streak of gray and black against a kaleidoscope of swirling colors. The camera struggles to keep pace, tracking alongside him as the world blurs into a symphony of motion lines and parallax distortion. The sheer velocity is breathtaking, a testament to the slide's otherworldly properties. This is no ordinary descent, it's a plunge through the very fabric of possibility. With every twist and turn, the forces of change are at work, kneading and reshaping our little hero like cosmic clay. The wind screams past him, a high-pitched symphony of pure, unadulterated speed, carrying with it the whispers of what he is about to become. The end of the line. Or is it the beginning? He connects with a glowing target pad at the base of the slide, and the impact is instantaneous and absolute. A brilliant, star-shaped flash of pure energy erupts from the point of contact, obliterating his familiar form. For a split second, all we see is a silhouette, a raccoon-shaped void against an incandescent explosion of light. This is the moment of apotheosis, the flash of creation. All the kinetic energy, all the potential gathered during that frantic descent is now being unleashed, rewriting his very essence. What will emerge from the light? Will he be stronger, faster, or just weirder? The light recedes, the magical smoke clears, and where a small, scrappy raccoon once stood, there is now a figure of immense power, a magnificent muscular orange tiger, rippling with newfound strength, strikes a classic bodybuilder's pose. He flexes his biceps, a confident, toothy grin spreading across his face. The transformation is complete, and it is spectacular. The timid creature of the treetops has been reborn as a king of the jungle, his bandana now a sweatband on his mighty brow. The background itself has shifted, now a gradient of fiery orange and yellow, reflecting the raw power of this new form. The first fall is a success. The bar has been set. But why stop there? Power begets a thirst for more power. The tiger, brimming with confidence, scoffs at the slide that created him. He seeks a greater challenge. His eyes lock onto a new path, a turbo slide, steeper, faster, and infinitely more intimidating. With a mighty leap, he launches himself onto this new course. The camera cranes up, emphasizing the terrifying verticality of the drop. The speed lines that accompanied the raccoon are now a furious, chaotic storm. This is a whole new level of intensity. The tiger is betting that a greater risk will yield an even greater reward, a gamble that could elevate him to godhood or shatter him completely. The landing this time is different. Instead of a solid pad, the tiger slams into a massive spring-loaded trampoline disc. The impact is a masterpiece of cartoon physics. He squashes, flattens, and spreads out like a tiger-striped pancake, his form momentarily reduced to a two-dimensional smear. Then, with an explosive, the trampoline snaps back, launching him skyward. This isn't just a fall, it's a complex chain reaction, each stage adding a new variable to the equation of transformation. The sheer elastic energy coursing through his flattened form is immense, a prelude to an even more dramatic reconfiguration. From the apex of his bounce, he descends again, and when he lands, the tiger is gone. In his place, a colossal neon blue gorilla strikes a heroic pose, landing with a ground-shaking thud. He pounds his chest, a primal roar of triumph echoing in the vibrant air. The background throbs with pulses of cyan and purple light, a living light show that mirrors the raw electric power of this new being. He has traded the tiger's sleek musculature for sheer, overwhelming brute force. The bandana, a constant through these changes, is now a heroic headband. The experiment is working. Faster falls, crazier obstacles, and stronger forms. The question is, where is the limit? The gorilla, a creature of pure impulse, wastes no time. He sees the next challenge, a dizzying, spiraling loop-de-loop slide, a nauseating corkscrew of polished rainbow. With a gleeful cry, he dives in, belly first. The camera is pulled into the vortex with him, spinning and tumbling, losing all sense of up or down. It's a chaotic, disorienting ride, a visual representation of the world being turned on its head. This fall isn't about pure speed, but about centrifugal force and dizzying rotation. What kind of being is forged in the heart of a cyclone? The loop spits him out into a new section, a gauntlet of glowing hoops. He becomes a living pinball, ricocheting from one ring to the next. With each impact, his body squashes and stretches to an absurd degree, his limbs flailing. He is a blue blur, a chaotic symphony of and. This is a test of resilience, of the ability to absorb and redirect impact from every conceivable angle. Each collision sends a shockwave of transformative energy through him, scrambling his form, preparing it for the next great leap in evolution. He rockets through the final hoop, which is covered by a paper target, bursting through it in a shower of confetti. But his momentum is too great. There's no heroic landing this time, just a direct face-first introduction to the floor. He pancakes again, this time not on a trampoline, but on the unyielding ground, spreading out into a gorilla-shaped puddle. It's a moment of pure slapstick, a reminder that even in this epic contest of power, there's always room for a little humiliation. And from that puddle of primate pride, something new arises. Not a creature of power, but one of pure, unadulterated joy. A bouncy, rainbow-colored octopus peels itself off the floor, its 8 tentacles waving with the cheerful energy of a cheerleader's pom-poms. The gorilla's brute force has been transmuted into fluid, multi-limbed grace. The bandana is now tied jauntily around one of its tentacles. This transformation is a curveball, suggesting that the outcome isn't always about becoming stronger in the traditional sense. Sometimes the slide rewards you with whimsy. Now begins a rapid-fire montage of transformations, a quickening of the evolutionary pace. The cheerful octopus takes a short drop down a miniature slide. It's a minor fall, almost an afterthought. A small, almost apologetic puff of smoke, and the octopus is gone. In its place sits a turtle, but no ordinary reptile. Its shell glows with the heat of molten rock, intricate patterns of lava flowing across its surface. A creature of defense and elemental power, the crystal eagle performs a majestic nosedive, a creature born to the sky. but its flight is short-lived. It bounces off a springy pad, and the sound is not of shattering crystal, but of squeaky plastic. The eagle inflates, its sharp facets rounding out, its form swelling into that of a shiny inflatable balloon hippo, complete with a decorative ribbon for a tail. From elegance to absurdity in a single bounce. The balloon hippo, clumsy and buoyant, drifts aimlessly and bonks its head on a low-hanging bar. The sudden release of air collapses its form, only for it to reform instantly. It's now a prickly cactus armadillo, a bizarre fusion of plant and mammal, its armor a defense of sharp spines. Its bandana has been restyled into a tiny, adorable poncho. This strange hybrid tumbles down a short digital ramp, and as it rolls, its form begins to break down, not into flesh or plant, but into square blocks of color. It pixelates, its high-resolution form degrading until it resolves into a new shape, a chunky, charmingly simple, 8-bit cat sprite, straight out of a vintage video game. The laws of this universe are not just physical, but digital. The 8-bit cat, moving with a classic jerky animation, hops off the edge of a pixel block. As it falls, its blocky form dissolves, not into light or smoke, but into vapor. It reforms in mid-air as a fluffy, ethereal cloud sheep, so light it barely seems to fall at all. Its bandana, now made of the same vaporous material, floats gently beside it, untethered. The cloud sheep lands on a wet patch and slips, its vaporous form losing cohesion. It doesn't shatter or melt, it like a soap bubble. And from that pop emerges the most ridiculous predator imaginable, a Tyrannosaurus rex, but rendered in the bright yellow plastic and friendly form of a rubber duck. Its mighty roar is a comical squeak, and its bandana is now a heroic, if slightly damp, cape. The squeaky T-Rex, top-heavy and awkward, takes a single step, bonks its oversized head on an unseen obstacle, and in a flash of multicolored light, undergoes its next change. The result is pure fabulousness. A disco peacock, its feathers made of shimmering reflective surfaces, and its tail a fully functional rotating mirror ball that casts dazzling light in every direction. Now, a change of pace. The disco peacock, a creature of style and grace, approaches the next slide with extreme caution. It's a very gentle slope, almost flat. It takes slow, deliberate, exaggerated tiptoes, placing each foot with the care of a bomb disposal expert. This is the slow fall. The hypothesis is simple. If great speed and height create great power, what does Kaiushin create? The tension is, ironically, palpable. It begins its descent. It's less of a slide and more of a leisurely drift. The camera switches to a dramatic slow-motion side view. The peacock glides with an almost painful lack of urgency. Individual mirrored feathers detach and float around it, catching the light. A soft, magical breeze seems to be slowing it down even further. It's a beautiful, serene, and utterly anticlimactic journey. What could possibly come from such a gentle experience? The landing is as gentle as the fall. The peacock touches down on a plush velvet pad with the faintest of... It barely even compresses the cushion. There is no flash of light, no explosion of energy. The transformation is a quiet, almost apologetic shimmer. The peacock looks down at its new form with a subdued, almost disappointed expression. The experiment has yielded its result, and the result is this. A teeny, tiny snail. It is the epitome of weakness, the absolute bottom of the power scale. Its bandana is now a minuscule sticker, barely visible on its wobbling shell. It is, however, undeniably adorable. The lesson is learned. In the world of the slide of becoming, caution is punished. Fortune favors the bold, the fast, and the reckless. Slow and steady does not win this race. It gets you turned into a snail. But there is a fire in this snail, a defiance. It will not accept its fate. We see it, a tiny speck, Back at the summit of the original colossal rainbow slide, the camera rockets up to meet it, emphasizing the impossible scale of what it's about to attempt. The snail takes a moment, steeling itself. It summons every ounce of its minuscule courage, and with a mighty silent cry, it leaps. It is a leap of faith, a rejection of weakness, a final, desperate bid for greatness. The camera dives with the snail, and the descent is faster and more furious than any that has come before. The snail is so small, so aerodynamic, it achieves a velocity that seems to break the sound barrier. The world becomes an abstract blur of color. The bandana sticker rips free from its shell, not fluttering away, but transforming into a brilliant comet tail of pure energy, trailing behind the determined gastropod. This is the ultimate fall. The ultimate fall. The longest drop, the highest speed, the greatest risk. The tiny snail, once the symbol of weakness, is now a projectile of pure potential, hurtling towards its destiny. The air itself seems to part before it, unable to resist its singular purpose. This is it. The final transformation. The culmination of every fall, every change, every lesson learned. The impact is apocalyptic. From a ground-level point of view, we see the snail hit and the world explodes. A blinding, star-shaped flash of golden light vaporizes the screen, and the ground itself buckles, forming a massive, cartoonish crater. The sound is not a bonk or a splat, but a deafening, cosmic. This is the energy of the ultimate fall being unleashed, a force of creation on an unimaginable scale. And from the epicenter of the blast, a figure rises. It is colossal, majestic, and radiating pure, unadulterated power. A golden lion, its form perfect and regal. Its mane is not of hair, but of shimmering radiant light, forming a celestial crown. The bandana, that one constant thread through this whole chaotic tapestry, has been transformed into a magnificent flowing cape that billows with an unseen wind. This is the final form, the apex predator, the boss. Now let's remember the journey. The camera orbits a brightly lit stage, and we see them all frozen in time. The original raccoon, nervous but hopeful. The mighty tiger, a picture of newfound strength. The powerhouse gorilla, brimming with electric energy. The joyful octopus, a celebration of fluid motion. Each one was a critical step on the path. The bizarre and the beautiful appear. The lava turtle, the crystal eagle, the balloon hippo, and the cactus armadillo. The strange detours and wild experiments that tested the very definition of strong. Each one a vital piece of the puzzle, a different answer to the question posed by the slide. And the truly weird. The 8-bit cat, the cloud sheep, the squeaky T-Rex, and the disco peacock. They represent the slide's sense of humor, its willingness to break its own rules, to prove that the path to power is not always a straight line. It can be pixelated, fluffy, squeaky, and fabulous. Then, with a single authoritative stomp of its mighty paw, the golden lion takes center stage. In that moment, all the other forms, all the previous selves, instantly arrange themselves around him. They are ordered by scale, by power, from the tiny snail to the mighty gorilla, creating a visual history of the entire journey. The camera drifts slowly, focusing on the lion. It is serene, confident, the undisputed champion. Its mane of light shimmers, and its cape flutters softly. It is the sum of all its parts, the raccoon's courage, the tiger's strength, the gorilla's power, and even the snail's ultimate defiance. Here they are, the entire evolutionary line, a testament to the power of the fall. Each one a memory, a stepping stone to the ultimate form. It's a reminder that every attempt, every success, and every failure contributes to the final result. The journey is just as important as the destination. And now, the question is, what would you become? The lion offers a final knowing smile. It has faced the challenge and emerged victorious. It is the strongest. It has mastered the slide of becoming. The journey is over, but the legend has just begun. The ultimate power, born from a single, courageous leap.